What's up guys, Luckless Ninja here, bringing you a beginner's guide to Ekko. So Ekko's a bit interesting in that you can build him basically however you feel like, going full tank or junglering or... My personal favorite though, and what we're doing today, is building him as a full AP assassin, so that's the goal. Gonna start out here, Dorn's Ring, 2 health pots, warding totem, fairly standard items for a mid laner. So we're gonna be taking Ekko today, into the mid lane, trying to stop some people. Ekko's really good against other mages, can dodge out of the way, has abilities. And while we're waiting here, nothing really to do in the mid lane, so let's just take a look at what our abilities do, shall we? So first up, we have our passive. So Ekko's passive is basically a 3-hit passive, famous Rito for those. Anyway, every time you hit someone with a spell or an ability or an auto attack, you apply a stack on them. Once you hit 3 stacks, they take a massive amount of damage, they get slowed, and then Ekko gets speed for himself. The speed buff's bigger on champions. Yeah, Ekko gets a speed buff if it's a champion. If it's a minion, it just gets slowed and it takes a bunch of damage. That's really good for farming, helps you do a lot of damage. And what makes Ekko such a combo-focused mage. So your Q, which is what we're going to pick up here first, is... well, it's like a linear skill shot. Ekko throws out this little disc, frisbee-looking thing, and it goes out, does damage on the way out, and then it stops at the end, and it slows down, and then it comes back, doing damage on the back, applying stacks, both on the way out and the way back. Looks like we are up against a Mundo mid. Can't say that was something I was expecting, to be honest. And we're just going to sit here and try to farm up. So just throwing our Q through the wave just to try to push it a little bit. If we can hit Mundo with it, that's good too. And we're just going to try to CS here without eating too many cleavers. Mundo, what are you doing? I really don't know what Mundo's doing. To be honest, he's being really aggressive when... I don't know why. There's no reason for him to be this aggressive. Anyway, so at level 2, we're going to be picking up our phase dive. That's our E. What it does is it's a little blink dash thing. So when you press the button, just like I'm going to do here, Ekko jumps to the side, and then you see this ring around him. What that ring does is when you auto attack something inside that area, you will jump to it. So if I use it here in just a second, jump out of the way, and then I click to this minion, I jump to the minion. So that's good for juking skill shots, for jumping over walls. You can make all sorts of crazy plays with that. Alright, Mundo just activated his damage buff, so I don't want to fight him. At level 3, I'm going to pick up another point in our queue. And then I'm just going to try to hit him with it, because if I can, I think I can ignite him and kill him. I don't want to be going too aggressive here. Alright, so at level 4, going to pick up our W. What our W is Ekko throws... Alright, I screwed up. Going to 100% admit it. Mundo's going to flash on us. We get first blood, and we should be able to survive. Just barely? Yes. Alright, so what happened there is I threw down my parallel convergence, and what that does is it creates a massive slow field after a few seconds. And then once that slow field goes, if Ekko jumps inside of it, he gains a massive shield and stuns any enemies in the nearby area. Pretty good. Now, the shield from it scales with AP is absolutely massive, and it's an area of effect stun. Only problem is, it's got a big delay, it's a very clear cast, and it's very easy for the enemy to see, so it's kind of hard to land it. But you just kind of throw it where you think the fight's going to be in a few seconds, and you go for it. That's all there is to it. Unfortunately, I clicked on the turret instead of Mundo when I tried to phase dive onto him, so I got the stun off, and I very easily could have killed him under the turret there. But then I screwed up, and that didn't happen. However, Mundo then did try to kill us after we ate the turret shots, thinking he could do things to us. We flashed out, threw a Q, bopped him a couple times, used our ignite, and we killed him. So we are going to be maxing our Q first for the extra wave clear, the extra damage, and the reduced cooldown, because as you guys can see, it's very spammable, very easy to use. And it does a fair chunk of damage too. Alright, we're proccing that for the speed buff, and there you go. You see the absolute massive amount of health Mundo lost there? So we threw out our Q, we saw the ganking coming. I'm gonna drop a ward here just so I can see that he's not coming back. And now we're just gonna sit here in mid and try to farm up. So Mundo is almost 6, which means it's going to be pretty difficult to kill him here in a while. So now we've got 3 stacks on a bunch of these minions. It's really easy to just walk up, bop them with one last stack, and get the kill off on him. Alright, so we now have our ultimate. Ekko's ultimate's weird, gonna be honest. So, as you guys can see, there's this little ghosty dude following me around. Pretty easy to see. What the little ghosty dude does, come up, throw this Q over here, see if we can make... Alright, juke that. Is, when I press my R, I teleport to my ghost and do a massive amount of damage to anything in the nearby vicinity. So, it also gives you back a chunk of health, so both a flat heal and a percentage of the damage you've taken in the 4 seconds that your ghost falls behind, because your ghost is where you were 4 seconds ago. So, pretty good. Anyway, so you can use that to start fights, to juke things, to deal massive amounts of damage, and there's some cool combos you can set up with it later that I'll try to show you once we get some items. In the meantime though, just gonna keep farming up. I want to drop a ward here in case Wukong decides it's time to party mid again, especially now that Mundo's 6. I mean, I'm not gonna be killing him. He's got magic resistance, and he's Mundo, so, you know, he just gets all his health back anyway. I do have Ignite, so I'm better off than it could be if I were like a top laner or something and had Teleport instead. Let's see if I can get that to proc off on it. Nope. Alright. So finishing maxing out our Q here. And then I think I just want to go back pretty soon here. Alright, because I can start getting pieces to my Morellonomicon. Gives me cooldown reduction, gives me mana, both things that Ekko really wants. And as I'm 100% out of mana here, it's probably about time to go back. Mundo's just going to sit there for months, absorbing stuff. So let's head back. And, yeah. Alright. Grab the Forbidden Idol for the mana regen, grab some boots, a few health pots, and a pink ward. I want to have the vision, and now that I've got boots, I want to be looking to start making some roams. Because obviously, I don't just want to sit here and farm against Mundo. Yes, I'm out farming him, yes, I'm doing damage to him, but, I mean, he's Mundo. I'm not really going to be doing a whole ton to him. He's not going to be killing me either, because if I get into any trouble at all, I just chrono break out. Mundo doesn't have the burst required to kill me. So just use our E to jump back into lane a little bit faster, push right through the minions with that, and just walk up, bop that one once, hit that one, get that one, and then that's that. Gonna walk up, we can see Wukong is top. I don't know where their bot lane is, so I'm just going to kind of check for wards at the moment. Doesn't look like there are any here, so go ahead and back to lane. Mundo has a full chunk there. He's going for a Spirit Visage first, so it looks like he's just going for like max Cleavers Mundo. Which, gotta admit, that's going to be pretty annoying come later on. Juke the Cleaver. Hit the minion, hit the minion. Alright, we're not quite going to be getting the kill off on the Mundo, but it is close. So, if I can hit him with another Q, land, alright, let's try. Alright, you backed out just in time there. So, what I did there, so you guys know, is if you throw your W somewhere, and then you immediately press your E, you can cancel the animation of throwing the tennis ball or whatever it is that starts the thing. So if you do it fast enough, you might not notice, and it makes it much harder to tell that you're about to use your shield. Didn't quite dodge the cleaver there, which is a bit unfortunate. But just standing behind the minions so Mundo can't cleaver me to death. And I need a little bit more money to get my Morellonomicon. No real need to go back at this point. Just gonna try to last hit here. Looks like bot is having some issues, so I'm gonna try to see what I can do down there in a bit. Gonna be honest, not really a fan of going up against the Mundo mid. Really kind of hoping it was something else. We do have our ult back now, so we can see there's a Wukong there. He's gonna try to do things to us. Let's see if I can bait him in. All right, he's in. There we go. So we wasted his time. We could see him on our ward there. And we knew the second that the clone stopped moving, Wukong had cloned in. If you see Wukong have some awkward interruption looking thing in the middle of his motions, that's generally a pretty good sign that he's used his clone and is about to go ham. Oh, that was the ping from the little wolf sentinel. Alright. Once again, just kind of queue through the middle of the wave. Hit the Thunderlords off on him, get our passive proc, do some big damage there. Juke that, bop that, and let's go back and pick up our Morellonomicon. So, Morello's going to be extra good here too, because when we hit Mundo, it'll apply Grievous Wounds. Hecarim getting a kill up in the top lane. And what Grievous Wounds does is it makes it so that any healing you take is massively reduced. So that means that Mundo's ult is going to be a lot worse. Alright, Misfortune's at about half health. So I think it's time that I come and pay Vought a visit. I don't know that I'm going to... Alright, Sona has a ward there. Means I'm going to have to make some fancy plays to get in there.
Zon is the future.
I see that there's a ward there. But if they're up far enough like they are, it shouldn't matter. Especially with a Zyra ult like that. Yes, please. And there's one kill. Getting a shutdown. Alright. Got that. Wukong got out somewhere, but we did get a kill off on the Misfortune. That's good. Help shut her down a little bit. Wukong's up here. Hello, Woo Daddy. Can I find you? That's not him. That's him. Alright, can I... And then flash. I think I'm dead here. Yeah. But we did blow up the Wukong. Mundo and Sona came up. Bit unfortunate that the Sona was there, otherwise I think I could have gotten out. Oh well. Picking up our Sorcerer's Shoes here. 3-1 on this Ekko mid. Mundo did finally get a kill off on us. We're still ahead of him in CS though, so we're doing good. We have a Morello, have some Sorcerer's Shoes. We don't really need a whole ton more cooldown reduction after the Morello. Now we're going to start getting some damages. And next, we're going to be going for the Zonas Hourglass. The damage is really good on Ekko. It makes your shields bigger, makes you hurt more, makes your passive hit really hard. At the moment, as you guys can see, it's already 300 damage in addition to the speed buffs.
Have a way of catching up.
There's a ward there that I'm going to want to kill in a minute. But the biggest part of the Zonas Hourglass and why you really want to pick it up is for the active. So what it does is you can throw down your parallel convergence, phase dive into the middle of the enemy team, and it looks like you're just an idiot. It looks like you went in randomly, you're going to be an easy kill, and the enemies get really confident and they start going really ham trying to kill you. And they sit right on top of you.
Come on. Show me something.
Now, that's exactly what we want them to do. Because by the time our Zonas times out, we'll have our Parallel Convergence will be ready to pop. We'll be right in the middle of that, and our ult will be sitting right on top of us. Which means that the second we trigger that, it's going to be ready to go right there. Oh. Alright. Was waiting for my clone to try and catch up to him. Honestly didn't expect him to do that much damage. But, that's okay. Screwed up. Yeah. Not good. Whatever, though. We'll be fine. Pick up an Amplifying Tome here, and then just head right on back. So let's take a look, see how everyone else is doing. Bottom lane, Kog'Maw is losing to Misfortune. Top lane, Hecarim was doing okay. I think he's... yeah, he's definitely stomping the poor Olaf, who has 37 CS. Poor guy. Unfortunately, is going to die to the Wukong, though. Not going to be a huge issue, but not something I want to deal with all the time either. Wukong is here. Doesn't have any magic resistance, has 600 HP. I have Ignite. Alright, he made the wrong decision trying to fight us there. So we're just going to run up, bop him, and free kills is free kills. Alright, Mundo is most definitely a pain. Sona is here, for reasons, I guess. Not really sure why that is. Let's pop a health pot, get some of our health back. Because Mundo is definitely starting to hurt. He's not someone I want to be trading hits with. Because his cleavers, they do percentage of your max health, which means they're going to hit fairly hard, unless you have a ton of magic resistance. And as an assassin, we're obviously not going to have a bunch of tank stats. So... yeah, Thunderlord's proc hurts as well. Alright, there's the Heka Pony. Come on, let me get in on this. Alright, not going to get out of there. We are going to kill the Olaf, though. So what I tried to do is run over here, get towards them, and then I ran backwards, knowing that my clone would eventually catch up with them. It did. I pressed R. Look at that. Riven's going to get a kill there. We're going to pick up another assist for ourselves. Alright, not bad. So... Hecarim did not die there. I'm not sure where he went in the last fight. Probably just my mistake for not paying attention, but still. Wukong is trying to gank bot, is not going to be picking up the kill on the Kog'Maw, who's almost to his Rage Blade, so he'll start doing some damage here soon. Probably wants to go back, though. Actually, he's caught up to the Misfortune and farm. Misfortune does have 2 kills, though. Say that I'm on my way. We should really start looking towards the dragon here at the moment, because Hecarim is here. Riven's back in base. Wukong just had to go back. Wukong is there. Let's see if we can find him. Pay Wukong a visit here. There we go. Bye-bye, Wukong. So, we just saw him on the minimap, figured that would be a good time to come kill him, and then just jumped on him. Alright, let's do this dragon here. We just killed their jungler. We have Zyra here, Kog'Maw is here, Riven is on her way. We have all 5 of us here. There is no better time to do this, and it's absolutely free to take. So let's just do it. Alright, looks like Mundo's speed buff is going to save him this time. Did drop our Ignite. Let's just do Dragon. Start hitting this. Mundo has been chased off. Olaf is top. Their bottom lane is surprisingly absent from this entire thing. Use my shield here just so I take a little bit less damage. There we go.
Rather make mistakes than make nothing at all.
Alright. I'm going to be taking this blue buff here. I don't think Riven needs it. And I could most definitely use it, running out of mana a lot. So, pop that. And then, let's head mid. Try and save the turret from a bunch of damage. Alright. Let's throw out our shield here.
Time is not on your side.
Alright, get those. And we need just a little bit more money for a needlessly large rod. We do have our ultimate, so if Hecarim's gonna make some plays here, we're ready to follow him up. Are we gonna get him? There we go. There's one kill. Alright, use the slow field there. Nice. And that's gonna pick us up a kill on the Mundo. That's 2 kills down. That's gonna be a free turret for us. Excellent work. Good job, guys. Alright. Always important to let your teammates know when they do good. And now, we're gonna bop on this turret. Let's just start bashing away. And that's gone. Excellent. Good work all around. I don't know if Misfortune's AFK, or farming a jungle, or rage quitters. I don't know. It'd be a bit unfortunate if she did. I hope she comes back. Not really a fan of, imbalanced games. Alright, so, let's head on out, back to the mid lane. Mundo has a Spirit Visage. He's going for a Sunfire next. Don't do this, guys. Don't play Mundo mid. Take Mundo into the top lane, where you can just free shove away. Because the reason mid laners go mid is because they need the EXP and money and the safety afforded by the really short lane to do what they do, to farm up and get scary. And Mundo is really best. He's a tank. He doesn't need any of that. He's a frontman wall. He's just gonna walk up and he can push and push for days.
Never look back.
There's no reason to take Mundo mid unless you're doing like full spell pen Mundo to make the most damage out of your cleavers. In which case you are, go for it. But if you're just gonna go full tank Mundo, there's no reason to be mid. Because then you don't have the reliable AP damage, you don't have the cooldowns, you don't really have the crowd control or bonuses that a normal mid laner gives you. So, it's a bit questionable. Also, against most mid laners, Mundo's going to have a decently rough time because they'll be ranged while he's melee. I mean, I guess he can farm with cleavers and everything, but it's still not ideal. So they are going to be trying to push down our top lane turret there. Hecarim will teleport back and put a stop to that. Probably should have teleported a while earlier to stop those earlier. Now, one of the things you can do as Ekko, and I'm sure you guys have seen it those last few times, is that your phase dive actually does bonus damage to turrets. And then I can jump to the wolves here, and I'm going to get out just fine. Let's see, is there blue buff up? It is not. So, no blue buff theft for me. But we can go back, pick up our Zonas Hourglass, and then we're going to be spooky. And maybe I can show you guys some of the combos I've been talking about. Alright, looks like Olaf is here. I don't really want to fight him, as he's most of the way to a Spirit Visage, and there's just no reason to. So, up next, going to get started on a Luden's Ekko. Picking up the Ludens for the move speed, also the nice proc. Mostly the move speed though. As a melee assassin, being able to run really fast helps you out. Also, because your Z-Drive Resonance, I can talk today. Look at that damage. So, as I said guys, we hurt. Ekko does absolutely massive amounts of damage. Especially once he gets going. The later the game goes, the more Ekko is going to hurt, and just the more reliably he'll be able to throw off his combos, do the massive amounts of damage, and then try to assassinate people. Juke that. Just jump in there. That's going to pop back. And then Alright, run this way. And then I can just run out this way. Because I don't want to get caught out there. Looks like Olaf is going to die here. He is very dead. Let's get this turret. No reason not to. It's just sitting up here, unoccupied. If they want to tank it, I can just come up, bash it. There we go. There's a turret down. I don't know where Mundo is. I think that means he's probably followed us up here. But, yeah, there he is. So I'm going to sit in this bush here, drop a ward here. Looks like there's a pink here. Going to take this out. We're going to be doing some damage to the Mundo. They're not going to be killing him. Because the Mundo is a very, very hard thing to kill. Alright, throwing down the Ignite. We'll be getting the kill there. Looks like Misfortune is back. Hecarim will be going down, unfortunately. Ribbon will be getting the turret though, so that's good. Juke the Spooky Ghost, because I don't want to be slowed for 7 years. Yeah, so with just my ultimate, I blew up Misfortune. That was just my ultimate. Are you guys seeing the crazy damage? Are you seeing the damage? And that's only off a Morellonomicon and a Zonas Hourglass. We don't even have the big damages yet. And yet we can still one-shot their AD carry. Now granted, she is a few levels down from I don't know what she was doing. But that's that. We're gonna be picking up the dragon here, because all 4 of them were top. Wasn't getting out once the Wukong used his ult on me, so just tried to kill as many people as possible. We're 7-4 here, not doing too bad. And we are absolutely terrifying. 132 farms, 7-4-4, Zonias, Morello, and most of Eludens.
What's that?
Now it's time to start looking for the squishies. Now, we know we're not going to kill the Mundo. We've seen that. But we can kill the Wukong, who has 0 magic resist. We can kill the Sona. We can very, very easily kill the Misfortune. So I'm going to try to come in from the side here and 2-shot the Misfortune. Whether that's actually going to be what happens or not, we'll see. Looks like Hecarim was the only survivor there, so I'm going to come around to this side and try and protect the turret with Qs. The damage is coming in strong there. Alright, and now I think I want to try to make my Echo's combos work. So let's throw this out. Alright, Zonias. Nope. Alright, got knocked up and... Oh, Wukong was ulting there. Okay. Yeah, so that was my mistake. I thought I could walk up, use my Zonias, press R, get instant quadra kill. That did not happen though, unfortunately. So, my mistake. May have slightly baited Hecarim. But really, I do want to be trying to get on the Misfortune, trying to get her dead. She's fairly ahead, she has lots of damage, but she's very squishy, which is perfect target for an assassin. Kog'Maw putting out the damages. Misfortune eating a bunch of damage from the turret is going to die for it. Just walking a little bit too close can be a deadly mistake if you're an AD carry. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Dragon's up in, well, 4 minutes, so not anytime soon. My pink ward is still up after, what, 30 minutes? Excellent placement. That's just a nice spot. You've seen how many times that's let me see someone down here for either a quick kill or a nice escape. Someone should probably kill that ward there. That's just a good spot to see it. Then you can see people coming in and out of your jungle. You can see them coming up to gank mid. Alright, so the Olaf and the other dude, I'm clearly not going to be able to kill. They're fairly tanky. Olaf and Mundo not people I want to go after as an assassin. Blue buff though. Blue buff I can fight. So let's kill this guy real quick. And it looks like our team's about to fight in the mid lane, so I want to be there as soon as possible. Alright, coming in. Looks like Kog'Maw is going to be caught in a bad spot. Ardent Flare out. There we go. Flash out.
Until it's right.
Throw that. Proc off on him. And then it's really tempting to go in here, but I'm too low. I gotta go back. So, just pick up kills where you can. Don't try to force things that aren't gonna work. Like trying to kill the Mundo here is probably a little bit unnecessary. I would rather have gone for an objective or something. Tried to clear out top, maybe pushed from bottom, but that is going to get us an ace with 2 survivors. 3 for 5, not bad, especially considering our AD carry gets caught out at the beginning of the fight. And they started to fight while I was doing blue buff. So that's one of those things you just gotta be aware of, is you want to know where your team is when you try to start a fight. Especially if you have a big assassin that you need coming in from the side to blow someone up, like an Ekko. Or if you are the Ekko, you need to be aware when your team wants to fight. So, anyway, gonna be pushing out the top now. As you guys can see, Ekko pushes fairly hard with just all of his AoE clear from his Q. You just throw it right down the middle of the minion wave. We do have our ult maxed out now, so it's on still 45-second cooldown, which is decently considerable, but it's not too bad. And we are... I think next we want the Abyssal Scepter, because Mundo hurts a bit. I already have a Zonias for some armor, but have 0 MR. So just kind of help him bop these guys, throw out a little bit of push, get that off. Let's back off here. There's not really much we're going to do against a Mundo. I mean, we're not going to be able to dive him and kill him. The entire enemy team is missing, and there's a blue buff to steal. So, anytime I can get my hands on something that the enemy should have, I'm going to do it. So, if you're just in the area with nothing else to do, stealing a buff, always a great idea. Especially if you can take it and you know there's no one else nearby. Looks like a fight's about to happen mid, so I'm going to kill the Scuttle Crab for the vision, a little bit of a speed buff, and then ping, yo guys, let's fight some fools. Zyra is going to die in the bot lane. Hecarim is going back here, which is, I mean, I guess that's a decision. Olaf is, they're doing dragon right now. I can't really go stop them on my own. Alright, Hecarim's going in. Alright, there we go. Sona's gonna die. They will, unfortunately, get the dragon. Alright, use my ultimate here. Alright, throw that out. We are going to be doing a ton of damage. And then Ribbon and Kog'Maw should be able to do the cleanup here. Alright, so we got 4 of them for 2 of us in what was a 4v5, so not bad. Unfortunately, we will be giving up the dragon there. Not going to be picking up a 3rd dragon. A little bit sad, but that's okay. So, let's grab a Negatron Cloak, sell this, and pick up a whole Abyssal Scepter. That's going to help us out with the Mundo Cleavers, with the fire. Just taking a look here, we're taking a lot of magic damage, so that's going to help us a ton. And then, not really much we can do at the moment. I think we just need to group up, honestly, because if we'd had Zyra there, we could have snared down some of those tanks. This is not a fight you want to be taking. Mundo does hurt quite a bit, and Misfortune is considerably more fed than our Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw hasn't died as much. Dang. That's Zyra damage. Dude, I love Zyra. So much damage, even just from a support role. Incredibly squishy, though. Yeah, look at that. Just a Frost Queen's Claim and a Rylai's. And that's ridiculous amounts of damages. Alright, so I am now here. So is our Hecapony. Alright, stick here, pick up the shield. And just throw this out. No reason to go jumping on him there to take the knock up and damage. So, easy kills is easy kills. And then we're just going to clear waves here. Interesting to see that my passive actually does proc the Luden's Ekko. So, you know, even more damage coming out there. So I'm going to keep my eyes out for the AD carry. Or the support. Alright, Zona's coming this way. Let's throw that out. And we're just going to do the damages. Art? Yep. Alright, massive damage is coming out there. Avoiding the misfortune ult, because I don't really want to. Alright, there's that. Throw this out, ignite, pop him. There we go. And now, obviously, I'm not going to be killing Mundo anytime soon. Not without a Void Staff. So now, we're just going to push, I think. Killed 3 of them for 2 of us. Yeah, Wukong's going to have to back off there. And... let's see, is Hecarim tanky yet? He's getting there. Alright, let's try and take this out. Alright, so now... no, not gonna go back in on there once I saw the Mundo. Using my ult there, blowing up the Wukong. He did not expect the damages. Or the survivability that gives. And like I said, guys, that's what Ekko's about, is that moment where your ult goes off and just things die. They don't have a chance. They do not have a chance of surviving your damages. Alright, so now we got some choices. We can pick up a Void Staff and try to kill the Mundo and the Olaf, who are both fairly tanky, Mundo especially. Or we could pick up a Death Cap and go for the full burst damage and just try to two-shot their carries and then keep our Kog'Maw before Kog'Maw dies. By the way, lone AD carry, I'm going to go kill it. That's just one of those things you have to keep an eye out for as an assassin like Ekko, is that moment when you see someone where they're not supposed to be, where they're by themselves, and they're just... and they're food. If you're by yourself and you're squishy against a fed assassin, you are food. Don't...
Last chance to get anywhere else. Step right up.
Ah! I'm not sure at all how I didn't get that kill, but that's really infuriating. Whatever. Didn't expect the Wukong there. That's going to be a stupid death for us. Almost got her multiple times. Threw my ability the wrong way after I blinked in. Rather unfortunate. Would have gotten us a kill, saved me a death. But what you gonna do? Misplays happen. Now Wukong does not have his ultimate for this fight. Kog'Maw should be able to just sit there and drain tank by shooting things. Mundo is probably gonna die here. Yep. Mundo's dead. Misfortune was unable to join the fight. She had to go back and heal after I blew her up, so that's good. Lichbane. That's what we're gonna do here. So as you guys can see, Ekko does a lot of burst damage. We've got a decent amount of AP, 431. Going for the Death Cap will certainly help, but with me playing like I am at the moment, I think I'd much rather have the extra damage from the Lichbane. So, there's that. And then I think I'm going to try to do the dragon here. Or they're going to surrender. So, yeah. Anyway, that's Ekko, guys. He's very combo-focused mage. And like I said, you can build him however you want, really. In this game, we went for a full AP sort of deal. Tried blowing people up and two-shotting them, and you guys saw how well that worked. We got tons of kills. We did die a few times, but assassins are squishy. So yeah, that's it. You build, first off, you start out with some mana or cooldown reduction. You get an Athenes or a Morello, depending on whether you want to be more defensive or aggressive. Because Ekko doesn't have the strongest early game, so against mages, and Athenes does help you out. And then after that, you go any type of damage, really. You want ability power damage, you go for the Zonas Hourglass for the defenses. And then you can pick up something like an Abyssal if you need a little bit of tankiness, Death Cap if you want tons more damage, Lichbane if you want to two-shot people. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy. Have fun with Ekko. He is absolutely tons of fun. Can make sick plays with him. Anyway, until next time. See you later.